Welcome back to ESPN College Football presented by Hampton Hilton. You're watching the SEC on ESPN. We knew at some point the heavy rain was going to arrive. It has arrived, to say the least. LSU with a 7-point lead over Tennessee. We think we're ready for the start of the second half. We're up here somewhere, but it is a sideways monsoon of a rainstorm here at Neyland Stadium. On top of that, about half of the lights that ring the top of the stadium went out while we were away just before we came back. I'm looking up at the lights now. They don't seem to be coming back on. This is an amazing scene, and on top of that, both teams ran out of the tunnel like they were about to play the second half of the Super Bowl. I think the players are ready to take on the elements.
You love this. I mean, watching Ed Orgeron in the tunnel, right, and talking to Allison here, this is what you live for. You're like a kid again. And I know these are young men. These aren't yet professional football players, but this brings you back to when you're 7, 8, 9 years old, when your pads didn't fit you. All those little kids we saw in the hotel today, Bob, playing their Little League football playoff games. Man, this is exactly what it's like for these guys. Love it.
When I was 8 or 9 years old, if I tried to play in this, my mom would have pulled me into the house. It is hard to see the field. It might be hard to see the football. We're going to play some football as the second half is underway. And the ball is somewhere in all of that. And it's loose back inside the 10-yard line, back to the 5. Callaway tries to cover it up, and I think he caught it at about the 3-yard line. And a moment ago, before all of this fun began, Coach O with Allison in the tunnel.
Coach Orgeron, after you guys gave up that late touchdown, you missed the field goal. How do you get some momentum back on your side?
We got to fight. They're playing a good game, but we got to go take victory. We totally committed to doing it.
It seems like the weather is getting worse as we speak. How does this impact the game?
Hey, you just got to love football, man. It's like playing football when you're a little kid in the backyard.
Thank you.
Go Tigers.
Who would not want to play for that guy?
Can I go run down on the sidelines? Allison, come up here, get dry. I want to go do this game down. I want to feel those elements on the field, Bob. Man.
Jared Garantano looking over to the sideline. I'm not sure he can see the sideline. And here is a handoff to John Kelly. And he is brought down inside the 2-yard line. And we're going to have to shoot this game with our cart from right behind the bench as best we can, because it's hard to see the field as we take a look at our first half stats brought to you by